Hello, good morning. Welcome. Thank you for Stephanie and Mel for that last hour. It was brilliant, wasn't it? Aren't they just adorable, those lovely family friends? So we've got another fantastic hour for you. This has already been flying, but I want to tell you how to shop, etc., and how to watch us. I know there's a lot of you already out there joining us on Facebook and Instagram. That's how you shop. So you type in shop code, and the second one is shop believe and shop nature. So while you're shopping, while I'm going down the counter, you will literally type in the word shop and the code we give you. So whether that be shop nature or shop believe, okay? You'll then get a message back from us that says, thank you very much for your order. When you're ready and we've gone through the whole show and you're wanting to check out your basket, just click on one of those messages that you've received from us. In there is a link. You click the link and it takes you straight to the website. It's really easy. Then you log in and check out. And if you want to also then watch and shop on the website, it couldn't again still be any easier. So you go to highlightcrafts.com, go onto the website and click the live link. So you're watching us live and then you can start shopping there. However, it's a little bit different. You will see all the product imagery coming up on your screen down the edge. If you want to then choose something, you click on that product and then click add to basket and you build your basket that way. But again, when you're ready for checking out and the lovely packing ninjas next door to send them out to you, click on your basket, log in and check out. If you're not already a member, you can still do that at the checkout process. It's very easy. Just become a member. I think it's your email address, your name and your date of birth, and then all of the goodies that are on the counter. Even if you're brand new today, to start off with, you will already have a 5% saving, and also you'll get points and lots of other things on there too. And if your basket spend is over £35 and you get to check out and it's £35 or above, it's actually free postage. So win-win all round. So welcome everybody. We're going to pop across to our lovely Mel because these have actually been flying. So we want to quickly bring these in and show you them because we're not sure that they're going to last the show.
I think we've already had to load extra stock. But we've got everything loaded now, Katie, right?
Yes.
Thank goodness for that. Right, let's come over here and have a look at these. So this is the easiest way to make a stunning card you will ever see. They're absolutely gorgeous and they're super easy. Now they're called Rub Ons. Guess what? You don't have to rub on them. They literally just do it themselves. I remember Rub Ons back in the day, good grief, with that lolly stick, and about 20 minutes you're doing this and you couldn't get it to stay down, and then you lifted it up and you missed a bit and you had to try and get it in the right place, then you went with the lolly stick again. Yeah, that's all changed. So the way I would buy this is I would buy your fairies and your other elements, your other rub-ons that we've got on here. And if you buy the bundle, you get 10 sheets of our printable acetate, and you print on the smooth side on an inkjet, and on the rough side you can use it in a laser printer. I found out yesterday. Didn't know that. No, I didn't know that either, Katie. Diane let it slip last night. I was like, sorry, what? Literally in the middle of the show I was like, what? We can do that? Yes, you can. So I've printed this off. You don't need any special settings. You don't need flossy glotto. I don't know what that is. Photo glossy or glossy photo. Honestly, it's a good job I'm going home this afternoon for
a flossy goto.
A flossy goto. No. I don't know. I don't know. So I've got this on my light board now, and I'm just going to hold it in place with magnets. Now, you don't need to do this with the silhouettes, but you can also use your hot foil pen on your printable acetate. I know, didn't know that either. Do now. So that's what we're going to be doing later on in the show. But I just wanted to show you how easy these are to use. Do not miss out on these because I don't know when or if we can get any more. So I'm going to just use my little pokey tool and I'm going to get underneath that plastic backing that's on the back, or underneath the plastic that's on the front is probably easier. And the backing is slightly bigger. So just get your pokey tool in between there and then it just literally peels off like that. I mean, good grief, that couldn't be simpler, could it? Then you've got one shot. Okay, so once you've stuck this down, it's down and it's not coming back up. Okay, it's that simple. So I'm going to position her down there, right? And I'm going to get her just so that she's at the bottom there, and she's just going to come up over here like this. Now this is for acetate. You could do it on your any hard surfaces. Please do not use these on card, because this backing here, or this front, is super, super, super sticky. So it works brilliantly on the acetate. Don't use it on card because it'll just pull all the card up with it. But look how easy that is. And do you know what I didn't do? I didn't spend 10 minutes doing that. And then another 10 minutes doing that. Literally, that's it. That's how easy it is to do that. Isn't that fabulous? Now, I also cut some little butterflies out, so you don't have to use the whole picture. You can cut them out and use them as you wish. And I love that about them. Think about that alcohol ink technique that Stephanie was showing you yesterday, where she was making those backgrounds. We've got the alcohol inks on the show for you. Just get this backing off here. Can't see very well. There we are. No, I'm shocking. Can't speak, can't see very well. I tell you. And then we're just going to have those little butterflies just on there. That's why we put the printable acetate in with you, because it works brilliantly on these. These backgrounds are from a little bit of sparkle download, which we also have on the show for you. So if you're thinking, oh, where did you get those from? From there. You could add your vinyl onto this if you wanted to, but look how beautifully that comes off. Let me turn it around for you. And then you could just take an aperture, place it over the top of there, job done. How fabulous are they? They're brilliant, aren't they? Right, Amanda, shall we go back to the counter and go through the product, me and you?
Yep.
Let's do it, because that is genius. Please do not miss out on these stickers, okay? Please don't, because we've loaded all the stock we can get our hands on. Don't know whether we can get any more. We'll probably be trying, but I can't guarantee it. So we've got 2 different sets, haven't we?
We have, yeah.
Of the fairies.
So we've got Shop Fairy, and it does come with the acetate.
10 sheets of printable acetate.
So 10 sheets of printable acetate, and you've got 9 decals, okay? But like Mel says, there's nothing stopping you cutting into these.
Nope.
So you can snip up here if you wanted to and take her away from the dandelion and move her further along on the image.
Absolutely.
So you've got 9 of these. You've got the lovely fairy with the mushroom in the moonlight. You've got her looking after the foliage, etc. You've got her blowing the dandelion clocks. Again, because fairies do look after the nature, don't they? They look after the florals. Look, she's got a little friend in this one on the moon. This one is fabulous because you can that is just brilliant just to have the word believe on something. And then love her within that aperture. She is stunning. And then again, that's your final one. So all of those 9 are Shop Fairy with your 10 sheets of printable acetate, okay?
And it's $14.99 before your club discount.
Yep.
Isn't that amazing?
It's bonkers.
So that one is Shop Fairy.
That's Shop Fairy.
This one, I was thinking, if you've got our crescent fundamentals or our stars, you could have some of these sat on the moon. But they look fabulous.
They're beautiful.
I love that, especially with, there's one, isn't there, with a hair somewhere. Have I dreamt that? This one. This one. So it could be moon gazing hair with another little fairy sat on top. But they also have almost like an epoxy finish to them. They've got a really high shine. They're really glossy. And there's a little bit of depth to them as well, which is really interesting. But as far as rub-on concerned, I'm like, you don't need to rub them on.
Absolutely
I mean, good grief. It doesn't get any easier than that, does it?
Absolutely not. So the second set we've got is Shop Land, okay? And again, so there are 2, there's nothing mirrored in all of this.
All different.
They are all different. So if you do go for both, you're getting 18 completely different stickers. And again, I love her on the swing.
Yeah, me
I think
too.
she's just, and her on that sat on there.
So also, think about your airbrush. You know, when we talk about bringing you one more thing that will reinvigorate what you've already got, you can make your own backgrounds. So use your alcohol inks and do it onto construction weight acetate, because alcohol ink will so alcohol inks with these, where are my, these, like Stephanie showed you yesterday, put your alcohol inks on your acetate with that and one of those on top. Now your airbrush, I don't know whether the ink will dry on acetate because you can't put these on card.
No.
So maybe I went a step too far then. I got a bit excited then, man.
But You can do it on card and put your acetate on top.
You can, but you could also, if you wanted to, take the backing off, put it on your card, but don't peel off the top sheet.
Yes.
Because it's clear, so it's like using PET sheets.
Yes.
So you don't really see it.
No.
Which is fabulous, isn't it? I
It
love
is.
it. Absolutely love it.
Okay.
And if you bought both, you're going to get 20 sheets of printable acetate.
You
How
are.
much is it printable acetate, Katie, normally? $14.99?
Yes.
For 20 sheets?
25.
25 sheets. All right, so you're getting 20 sheets. Let's say that's £12 worth of value, plus your fairies for under 30 quid. Why would you not? And if you've got a laser printer, you can print on the other side.
You
Who
can.
knew? I'm very excited about that. It's all in the prep.
It is. This is fantastic. Okay, so again, just reminding you of what it is. So it's Shop Fairy, okay, which is the first set with your 10 printable acetate sheets as well. And then the second set is Shop Land, okay? So Shop Fairy and Shop Land will so pop those. I know, they're just beautiful. Absolutely glorious.
These are stunning.
Aren't
Look
they?
at that.
And
How
like you said,
beautiful is that?
can you actually
Do you know
get
what I
it?
need? I need these as stencils.
Well,
I think, well, we might have to get our graphics team on it. Not obviously these, because these are somebody else's designs. But like
you
that.
can actually, they're raised up. It's almost
Yeah.
like you've got super glossy embossing powder.
Yeah, absolutely.
You can,
It's exactly what it's like.
you can feel them. They're beautiful.
Inky backgrounds, painty backgrounds, alcohol ink backgrounds, all of those different things that we bring you here.
If they got that £2, that £20 Moodle set yesterday, these would look lovely on the Moodle backgrounds, wouldn't
They
they?
would. What about it on a 14-ounce travel mug?
Absolutely. I'm
We
going to
need to
go
see
with
if
yes.
that works, don't
yeah,
we?
absolutely. We need to see if that
does.
works. So we do have some more.
Right.
Okay.
You
these
go through
are
these
lovely.
and then come over to me because
Yes.
I want to show you these because you don't need to rub these on either. Go
These
figure.
are fantastic. So this is your Shop Nature, okay? So these are, you're going to get all of these, and this is Shop Nature for $14.99. So, and again, they are absolutely beautiful, but you don't use them as a whole sheet. Pop your scissors around the edges, okay? And because they're clear, they rub on. Okay, look at these, all these beautiful, aren't they stunning? I just love these butterflies, gorgeous. Now, I can well imagine all of you, once you've got these home, what you're actually going to be working and putting them onto. Maybe it's just that one little bit of something that you need. I mean, that particular one would look lovely on gift tags. 9 gift tags, rub it on there, would be fantastic. Aren't these just gorgeous? They're stunning. You've got a little hydrangea, you've got your roses and sunflowers, got some lilies on there as well. Just beautiful. And then these two, you've got an actual several bouquets, and then you've got the corner ones as well. So these, just as a bit of something to finish off, especially if you're doing a floral card, would look gorgeous. So I'm just going to count them out because I lost count. I was doing 2 things there. 1, 2,
It says 10
3.
sheets, love, on the screen.
10 sheets. 10 sheets of the Rub Ons.
I kept looking for my post-it notes in the other hour. I was like, where's my post-it notes gone?
Panicked.
Yeah.
And they're not here.
I looked
They're
down
not
and
here
went, no, they're
anymore.
not here. We've got screens in the studio now. We're getting very
It's super
posh.
clever.
The studios are getting more professional, but we're not. Just putting it out there.
No, why
what you
would
see
we?
is what you get.
Yeah, exactly. So it's Shop Nature
Right.
for that one, and again that's $14.99, and they're gorgeous. Right, Mel?
Right, so I'm just going to add in a little wasp and a little ladybird just into here. Now these have a paper backing, and these are fabulous as well. Now you can use these on card because they're not sticky, okay? And then we're just going to pop that down there like that. So he's just walking across the bottom of there. Little rub. Now I'm going over the other one now. So let's look at that. I mean, flipping egg. What's that about? What I want to know if it's that easy, why do we not all have rub-ons this good, right? Hours I used to spend putting blinking rub-ons down.
And you peel it up, and how frustrating is it that one bit won't go on?
Absolutely. Now, one thing I will say to you, and this is really important, so let me say it to you now. I forgot what I'm going to say. What was I going to say? Oh, I know what I'm going to say. Please, if you're going to, when you get these sheets, cut into them. Don't take it off and put the whole sheet down and think, oh, I'll just do that little bit. because they don't need rubbing. So they're going to stay there, okay? Because Hannah did it in our production meeting when she grabbed one and went, oh, let's see how easy they are. Whole thing came off. All right, and I'm just going to pop the little wasp just in there like that. These are fabulous if you do art journals, if you do any kind of planner. These are going to be brilliant because they'll just give you that extra little bit. Now I'm just going to rub it gently, and then we're going to lift up that corner so you'll see. Like that, look.
You see the moment where it comes away, don't you?
Yeah, it's fab. Well, that's a bit I love. But how fantastic is that? And then we can add your spot foiling on because we've got our hot foil pens as well. I know. Let's
Little
do
happy
it.
dance.
Hang on,
Just do it, Mel. Just do it. Just do it.
I'm doing it. Give us a minute. Right, let's have a look. Let's get our fine nib.
So these are your hot foiling pens. So Shop
Need these in your
Foil
life.
is an incredible deal. Gets you 2 pens for £5 less than one. So $34.99 gets you 2 pens, which is amazing.
Right, it won't melt it. Don't get that out.
Yeah,
you
so
can
it's
use it inside a stencil, so we're good. But thank you, Katie.
$34.99 gets you 2 pens. Within there, you get 2 pens, obviously one in each box. You get 2 different nibs, so that's 4 nibs. Okay, again because you're getting 2 different two boxes. You're getting 4 lots of foil because you're getting a silver and gold in each one, 3 meters on each roll. You're getting 2 stands. Now, as you can see, Mel is working. This is how we like to work with the hot foiling pens. We use them as multiples. We have them all on the go. That way we haven't got to sit and wait for it to cool down to use it, okay? Now we do also have we got stock of the wide nib? Oh, right, okay. I'll not mention. It was low stock, was it? Okay. So, but for those of you that have actually already shopped ahead and got the wide nib, they work beautifully with this. Look how clever this is.
Look at this. So I've got my light board underneath. We've got this on a cracking deal at $34.99. Should be $74.99. And you can go in and you can just add a little bit of touch foil just here and there. This is the kind of thing that you would normally have to do industrially. But look at that. And this is on your acetate. Let me just get a piece of card behind there. Look how beautiful that is. You see that foil just on the roof there? You get in on it, Katie. You see it?
There you go.
There you go.
Yeah, you just need to, wiggle it a bit. There you go.
Look at that. How fabulous is that? So it could, I wonder if it'll work over the fairy.
Do it, Mel.
I'm doing it, Amanda. Give us a minute. Being at home, this. Mick will go, yeah, you know that thing, have you got a box for it? And I'll be like, yeah. And I'll sit there and go and get it now, shall I? He's like, yeah. I asked Mick to do something. It takes him years. But I love him. So it doesn't matter, does it? Right, let's put this over the top again now. It does take him flipping years. Right, let's put a little bit of... Oh, I'm fighting with my wires here, aren't I? Everything's going on. Need it on the other side. Oh, this, by the way.
That is a little bit...
Is that on the next hour, Katie, I think?
I think it's on with... What is it on with?
I don't
Tool
know.
shed, maybe?
It does. Oh my goodness me. Right, look at
Okay.
this, guys. Game changer. If you haven't got a foil pen, you now need one. It's not a want anymore, it's a need, because look at this. Right in the middle of that flower, we're going in and we're adding that foil accent.
Oh,
How
wow.
lovely is that?
Melly, that's amazing.
I know. Right. You need this. So
gosh.
you need the fairies, and you need with the acetate.
Yes.
You need the extra little elements if you want to add on to them. I also thought these would be really nice on the back of an envelope.
Yes.
But also on the back of a card with your handmade by.
Yes.
Could be a little signature for you. And you're getting beautiful, beautiful designs. They're stunning. You've got some that are quite vintage. So if you're working with sepia type photographs or sepia type colours, you've got those. You've got little wax seals on there as well. These are absolutely stunning. Please don't miss out on these. Look at that, just the corner of a little bit torn of a page of a book, and then the florals inside. These are absolutely delicious. And if you'd said to me, oh yeah, we're bringing Rub Ons, I'd have gone, oh gosh, I hope they're better than they used to be. Well, I don't think better even covers it. These are phenomenal. You could just take one of those little butterflies and add it on, but you can print any of your scenes onto your printable acetate. And rather than us saying, right, these are the stickers, you need printable acetate, we've put it into the bundle for you. So you don't even need to go searching for it and add anything else to your basket. How fabulous are they? I love Rub Ons. They add that little touch of colour. You know, sometimes when you look at a card and you think it just needs something else, but you're not sure what else it is, it could be one of the little butterflies that's on there. If you make smaller cards, you know, if you make and sell for charity, just make a little box with 6 small cards, 6 envelopes, and just use some of these with a little sentiment, maybe a bit of an inky background. Job done.
It is.
It's fabulous, isn't it? Love it. Absolutely love them.
We do
They're
have
brilliant.
Sorry, Mel. We do have a stock update for these. 40% is in allocation
Of
for the nature of those.
Not surprised. How are we doing on the fairies, Amber?
10%.
10% on the fairies. Is that across? Is it neck and neck?
Yeah, neck and neck at the minute.
Lovely.
Okay.
Yeah, because I'm not surprised that you're buying both. Absolutely, I would
Right,
as well.
let's go and do this counter again. Let's see where we're up to.
So once we actually start giving you the other elements as well,
No, I'm going to concentrate.
I'm going to concentrate. Are you sure? Do you want to go and play?
No, I need
Right.
to do this.
Okay. So Shop Nature is at the beginning. Those are those incredible rub-ons that's got florals and beautiful butterflies, etc. in there. That is $14.99 for 10 sheets. Then you've already seen these two beautiful. So we've got Shop Fairy. And these, we're calling them rub-ons, but it's literally you put it down and that's practically it.
It is.
Nothing else is needed. And you do get your 10 sheets of printable acetate. Now, print on your inkjet on the smooth side. And if you do have a laser printer, it prints on the rough side, okay, which is just fantastic. So that's a little bit of extra tip for you. So Shop Fairy are these 9, and you're getting all 9 and the acetate together. Then we're going to move on to Shop Land, and if you do buy both sets, you are getting 18 different images, okay. There's 18 different images. They're not the same. There's no transfer or duplication. But you will get another additional 10 sheets of printable acetate, which is just phenomenal. Now, something that Mel mentioned very quickly earlier was the travel mugs. Now, these are we suggesting
Well,
that
I don't know.
we're going to have a go.
I need to try one. Shall we try it?
We're going to try it.
Borrow Stephanie's that you did yesterday.
Yeah. I can't leave.
It's on Stephanie's desk.
Yeah, she might not like that. Yeah, she would like a little
Fairy.
Elspeth says, I love Amanda taking charge. Do it, Mel. I'm on it. She just doesn't give us a minute. If I say that to Amanda, she goes, say that again.
That's because
Right.
I'm brain fog. Because I have to
Amanda,
think through
we've
it.
all got a brain fog, love. All of us. It just makes me smile, though. Absolutely. Yes, Katie.
I've remembered when the power strip is on.
Well,
It's on with the glue gun and wax seals.
we're going to wax seals. You need that. Did she say yes, I can have it? Did she go, what do you want it for? Did she? Right, come over, let's have a go. See if it works.
So
Right,
just so
then.
you know, the travel mug is Shop Travel, and they are $8.99. They're stainless steel travel mug, and they're 14 ounces.
I'm going to put Believe on for Stephanie. Where did I
That's
put
one that
on?
you've already printed on.
It is one I've already done. Where did I do that then? I don't know.
It's out of your demo in the middle.
Oh, yeah, of course it is. Right, no, we're not having Believe then. We're having a different one. Let's see what will fit on here nicely, because I'm going to have to go under the... That's a nice one. Let's do that one. Right, no idea whether this is going to work or not, guys. So here we go. Nothing better than trying it live on air, is there? I'm going to get that to stay there, not with that. My scissors. There you go. Got it. Right. I'm turning into Stephanie, aren't I? That's a bit scary for her, I think, not for me. Right, let's do this. So we're going to take that backing off. Keep that, you know. Get your alcohol inks on that. You'll create textures in your apertures. Lovely. Right, so one shot, remember. So I'm going to slide this and... Oh, well, it's going on the bottom now, isn't it? Slide it across the bottom like that. Told you you had one shot. Right, I'm going to give it a little bit of a burnish just because it's on metal. And then we'll see whether we can actually get it off. And if we can't, I'm in trouble. Well, I'm not in trouble at all, really. Oh, yeah, it's coming off. Right, now it's a little bit more delicate on metal. So we're just going to take our time. Just make sure that you're pressing down any little bits that want to lift. Because we're going round a curve, we want to make sure that we're very gentle with it. And we're just going to keep going very gently. And what I'm doing is I'm rolling it back. You know, when I talked to you about the transfer tape with vinyl, where we roll it back, we don't pull it. That little bit there, you need to stay down there. Get on there. Like that. It's very much like doing vinyl, actually. And then we're just going to pull these back. So we're going to roll it round as we go and very gently just peel it off there. And then you have these on your travel mug.
Oh, look.
Now, if you get a little bit like I've got there, sorry Katie, I'm going to get my scissors in under there and just snip it. So if you get a little bubble anywhere, just put your scissors in and snip it, and then lift it up and just let it overlap slightly, and then that bubble will disappear. I've got one there. I'm just going to put a hole in it and let the air out like that. Perfect. Now look at that. How glorious is that?
Lovely, isn't it?
You could use your alcohol inks on your mug, colour your mug, and then do your fairy over the top.
Do you reckon these stickers would go on windows?
Yes, but you don't think you'll get them off. So if they're going on windows, they're going on windows. Just saying.
Mirrors.
Yes, but they will stick.
Yes.
Yes.
But if you were doing that, would look lovely on a mirror, wouldn't it? If you were doing it as a home decor piece.
Get off. Yeah, there's no way you're getting that off. You might do if you got like a razor blade, something like that, but it would take you quite a long time to do that, I think. And they're too beautiful to put on and take off, aren't they?
Yeah, aren't they stunning?
They're magic, aren't they?
Absolutely gorgeous. And yeah, I've already been shopping.
Yeah, me too.
Okay, so because we really do want these, they're brilliant.
We go back and do the bits that we need to do. I'm going to carry on foiling over here because I'm having a lovely time.
Mel's really enjoying herself now. So the other elements that we've got on the show is we do have our alcohol inks as well. So we've got Shop Blush. Now your blush colours are all your warm tones, and you're getting 24 pieces for $27.99, which is amazing. Again, fabulous value, okay? And then you do get some metallics and things in here as well. And then the second lot that we do have, the alcohol inks, is Shop Evergreen. Refresh. What's the Evergreen? Why have I got that in my head?
Have you seen the word green?
Probably. Shop Refresh, again, 24 pieces, or is it? Yeah, it is Refresh. So these are your refreshing colours. So these are now your blues and your greens, etc. Again, $27.99, absolutely incredible value for money. Just phenomenal. And you've seen all of the techniques that we've been bringing to you recently. David using them, Mel, Stephanie yesterday, which are brilliant. Now, the couple of things just very quickly. We do have some scrapers on the show. So Shop Scrape $3.99, okay, and there's 4 in the set. Now, whether you're going to be using them for doing your transfers, etc., but lots of other things as well you can actually use these for, whether you're going to use them with your screens. Remember, we've been bringing you the screens as well. Just really good, handy little scrapers. Now, these were on yesterday, and I've probably, it's just because they're little, I just want them. These are your little Shop Mini. These are your mini blender pieces. There's 15 in here. Okay, so a little wooden handle, and they're quite comfortable to hold. And then on here you've got this felt that's quite dense felt, so you're getting 15 of those, which is incredible. I've already shown you the foiling pen, but for the duo, that is Shop Foil. Okay, you can, which is $34.99. If you've already got the pens, we have brought you a single one on a deal for $19.99.
That's the one.
If you've already got them, okay? So we do have a single one for you if you want that, okay? We've brought you them extra foils. So I believe it's Shop Classic for the foils. Again, $19.99. There's 3 meters on each one. I'm just going to turn that round. So you've got copper, gold, rose gold, silver, and chocolate. And these are just beautiful, okay? So there's 3 meters on it, so that's 15 meters. Then if you do go for this, there's 6 metres in each one of those. So that's 12 metres and 15 is 27. 27 metres of foil if you buy all of that. Wow, it's a little bit, isn't it? Then we also have these. Now, these are fantastic. So, these are shop chalk, £9.99 everybody for these. It's liquid chalk markers, and there's 11 because you do get 2 white. Now, I've put them in the rainbow order. Richard of York gave Battle in Vain, okay? Yeah. And then you've got 2 metallics at the bottom. You've got a gold and a silver metallic, okay? But that's not everything that's in here. You get a lovely little stencil, or a couple of stencils to work through. And you get little mini chalkboards. There, look, they're stickers. And you get an actual little mini chalkboard to work with it as well. And the instructions. That is brilliant. £9.99 for chalk markers like that is a proper bargain. Now, going back to the foils, I'm going to say a quick hello to everybody momentarily. This one, A4 craft foil, okay? This one, there's 60 sheets in here. And this one is shop craft, £24.99 for this one. And again, these work beautifully with your hot foil pens. Now, these are the ones in here. We've got the holographics and so many different colour rainbow ranges, which is just amazing. And then one thing that has been flying are the mobile phone fans.
Oh, they're brilliant.
And I'll let Mel talk about those because she knows all the USBs.
No, I don't.
Oh, don't you?
No, I don't. Now, don't ask me to talk about USBs and lightning whatevers. I have no idea. But
And
what I
neither do
do
I.
know is that Diane bought a little set of adapters on Amazon. I think they were £3 whatever, and it makes them work in most phones. I have an iPhone 14. It works in that without an adapter.
Okay.
Diane has a 15. And she needs the adapter. Why are you frowning? Is that right? That's right, Katie.
Yeah.
Isn't it? Oh, I thought you were frowning at me. I was like, am I not getting this right?
But you're getting 3
Katie
of
has a
these.
face like mine, where when she's silent, the subtitles appear. Don't you? And I can see you go like that.
So there's 3.
Is it?
There's 3 in the packet.
Yeah, all sorts.
Okay. So these are the little mini fans. Amanda. I'm coming.
There's foiling on here, look.
That's just beautiful, isn't it? Absolutely gorgeous.
Right, can you pass me one of those applicators? That one that's open, please.
The little
You
mini,
carry on.
these
Yeah,
ones,
yeah.
the shop minis.
Yes, please.
There you go. There's
Thank
your
you.
shop mini.
Right, I'm going to see if this will work on our acetate with extender. Go on, Katie. Do you want them?
How wide are those?
They
the
are these.
No, the nibs on the chalk markers.
Oh, I don't know. Pass me a chalk marker, love, please.
I think the bullet nibs. Oh,
I know, but
gosh,
they'll give you a
can't
size. Right, let's have a look. Let's have a look. You shape them to weight them, and they are. No, of course it doesn't tell you, does it? I'm going to show
have a
you.
look on
that
this
big.
one.
So they're a nice chunky marker, which is good. But you can also do detail work with it as well. And Stephanie was using them with alcohol inks and extender yesterday as well to make different. Does it not tell you on there?
No, it doesn't. Yeah.
They're a nice chunky one.
They are
On the
really
back.
chunky. So you get 16 chalk labels, 2 fun stencils, and a mini chalkboard. Okay, water-based and easily wipe off. And there's nothing that tells us how big the nib is. Turn the marker upside down. Press the nib. Shape to weight.
6 millimetre.
Oh, does it say on there?
It does.
somewhere?
Look, water-based, easy clean, non-toxic, 6 millimetre.
Right. Well, it's on that one then.
Right. Have we done everything on the counter? I don't know whether this is going to work or not, but we're going to have a go.
We do also have the little brayers. And I think the brayers have been put on maybe to actually stick down the stickers, but the stickers are that good. But those are fantastic for lots of other things. So it's shop roll at $17.99, and I just want that because it's little.
Right, I'm going to see if you can do the same thing with extender. See if it works in the same way as a blending solution. So these are little felt pads. They're fabulous. Let's do a little bit of pink on there as well. I've no idea whether this is going to work or not, but there's nothing better than trying it live on air, is there? At least I'm making the mistake so that you don't have to if that happens. So let's pop that on there, and then I'm going to take a little bit of, let's do ultramarine. And all you're going to do is just snip the top off these when you get them home. Now I'm only working in the middle because that's where I've put the extender. So let's see if it works. I've no idea whether it will, but anyhow. But I like these because of the handle. They remind me of wooden stamps.
Yeah, they do me
Right,
as well.
then this is going onto your acetate. Yeah, it does. Look at that, man.
Oh. Okay.
Look at that. Now we need to make sure that it dries. That's the next bit, because we're adding something that isn't solvent based, aren't we? So we'll see if that dries. But look how fabulous so you could make this. And if you're not sure if you want a perfect circle, just cut a circle out of the thinnest piece of copy paper you can find and use that as your aperture. Right, I need to see if that's going to dry now. Let's give it a waft while you wait.
A waft while you wait.
He's on his way back.
He is.
He's on his way back.
He is on his way back. It looks like he's had a great adventure, let's say, and he's got lots of lovely things to share with us by the look of it, what he's been posting.
Said something very funny yesterday. She said, I think we need to have 10 minutes after our production meeting on Monday and see what he's learnt.
Just 10 minutes?
I just burst out laughing. She went, why is that funny? I said, because that's not going to take 10 minutes in a million years, is it? Brilliant. Right, I'm going to see if this is, it's starting to go. So I'm hoping that it will dry by the end of the show. If it doesn't, you could always work on the other side, but you'd have to have that in an aperture.
Yes.
So we'll see by the end of the show whether it works or not. But for those of you that are just joining us, what we've got today is some fabulous rub-ons. Now, I'm not going to lie to you. When Stephanie said we're bringing in rub-ons, my heart sank a little bit. I'm not going to lie. I did a bit of a... Because I remember rub-ons decades ago, and they were an absolute blinking nightmare to use. They were awful. And you used to have, I mean, I don't think I certainly never sold them on air, I know that much. But it was like, oh, good grief, this is not going to be easy. I'm going to try this door and see if we've got anything that will go around the door. How beautiful are these images?
Aren't they?
This is from A Little Bit of Sparkle.
And you can get this on the show as a download.
Amanda, look at her from the back.
They're gorgeous, aren't they?
Look. You can look, though.
She's
you get her in
on the back.
white. Look. On the back. And because it's acetate, you can still see the go through. That's just as nice on the back as it is on the front.
That's really pretty. Very pretty.
Oh, I love it when I get to do stuff
shop
like this.
MCS, $14.99 in the studio, A Little Bit of Sparkle, and that is the download pack. Oh, look at that.
Look
It's almost
at
like that
that.
were made for that.
How
weren't it?
fabulous is that?
I think that were made for that
I'll
one.
tell you what a Thursday we've got. Brand new launches.
Yep.
Diane on Minecraft Studio.
Yes.
These, and me and you on chocolate. That could get very messy very quickly, and it might be a game of charades because we'll have a with chocolate.
We're very excited about it, but like we've said, it could get very messy very quickly.
Right, so I don't think you'll be able to see this very clearly, but there's 2 layers of plastic in here. So you pull the top one back. That's the one that's got the actual sticker on it. This is the other one. Now use that for your alcohol ink.
Yes.
Put that behind an aperture with our tissue tape, our glue doctor. Tape doctor,
yeah.
glue doctor. On there, I'll tell you, my brain today is worse than ever. That's saying a lot. Right, now then, remember, one shot, okay? You've only got one chance to put this down because when it's down, it's down. So what I've done is put my fingers underneath and I'm bending it slightly in the middle, and I'm looking at these 2 points down here and making sure that they just sit on top of that step. And then I'm going to just let it fall down like that, okay? Now, rub-ons, yeah, whatever. Honestly, look at this. Get this up, get yourself a pokey tool if you haven't got one, a needle, pin, whatever you've got, and then we're just going to peel this down. Please do not put these onto card unless you're happy to leave this sheet on. If you're happy to leave the sheet on, in fact, we'll do one on a picture in a minute. If you're happy to leave it on, and I'll show you what that looks like, brilliant. Put them on your card and your paper. But if you're not happy with it, then work on your acetate or your hard surfaces. These would be lovely on plant pots outside.
Oh, yeah,
Or you could have a fairy garden.
Couldn't you?
You could have fairies at the bottom of the garden for the kids.
That's super cute.
So you go and get some pots, you aquastone them and put these on them or paint them, aquastone, put these on, aquastone them, and then you put compost in the bottom and get all your little seeds in, and the fairies are making the flowers at the bottom of their garden.
They're a bit cute.
Oh, I love that. I'm doing that this weekend. Oh, no, not me this weekend. Yeah, I'm definitely not doing anything else than being here this weekend. We've got loads of shows coming up for you. Now, this weekend, we're doing something a little bit different.
We are.
So we still have, look how gorgeous she looks on there. Look at that. And then if you take your circle, whoop.
Oh, Melly. And then you can decorate around the outside.
You decorate around the outside. So what you could do is print this off on paper.
Yep.
Cut an aperture that's bigger than the circle. Cut it down so that it fits inside here so the story continues through. How fabulous is that? Like, right, let me show you one that's on card and then you can make your decision as to whether you like that. So this weekend we are doing 8 shows back to back, no breaks from 8 on. Katie just went, I know, Katie. We're doing this on a Saturday and Sunday. So we're starting live at 8 o'clock in the morning and we're going right through till 4 o'clock in the afternoon. And we're doing that on Sunday. So we've got Emblems coming in. Emma from Emblems.
Yes.
We've got Christine from Pinflare. We've got Mark Vardy coming in from Silvar. We've got Debbie Moore launching it tomorrow. That's right, Saturday. 8 o'clock.
Debbie Moore is on tomorrow.
She is on tomorrow.
But she's also on Saturday.
She's also on Saturday. We've got highlight craft shows, so you'll be able to watch those in your normal way. But the other suppliers, Jamie Rogers is coming in.
Yes.
Simon Isles with Piranha. Do you know those tools we saw yesterday, Amanda? Mm-hmm. How much do you think they are for all of them?
Hannah's already told me. I'll put them in my shopping basket.
Do you know how much they are each? Oh, you do, because you do the numbers, don't you? Oh no, Simon's done them this. Oh yeah, no.
I've probably seen them and then they've gone when I've looked at something else.
Did you see the video yesterday?
Yes.
£40 for all of them.
Oh, okay.
Right?
Yeah.
How cool is that? Because there's discounts on 2 of them and more than 10%. So liveshopping.vip will be our external suppliers. Highlight Crafts will be your Highlight Crafts shows, and we're going to have a lot of fun. It'll be a lot of giggles. We'll be with people that we haven't seen for a long time, which will be really cool. One of the producers came in the other day, Evie, and she came running over. I heard her say to Carl, "Is that Mel?" He went, "Yeah." She came running over. She's like, "Mel!" Because we never thought we'd see each other again. When Crate and Craft went, that was it. We never thought we'd see each other again, but we did, and it's going to be fabulous. And we're going to have a lot of giggles, as you can probably imagine. And I have to say, Simon Isles has a bit of a wicked sense of humour like mine, so we might get into a bit of trouble as well, which will be fun, won't it? I'm already planning the trouble. Right, let's have a look at this now. So we could have her there. She'd look lovely there, wouldn't she, just at the bottom. We could have this one up here. So she's getting ready, she's decorating the moon with the flowers because she's picked them out of the garden and she's now decorating the moon with them. Right, I'm going to use this one and then you can see whether you will be happy with it on card. But please don't miss out on these, guys. There were so many of you bought it before the hour. I mean, literally, we had to try and get more stock. And this was what we could get. Acetate, not throwing that away. So please, please, please don't miss out. If you want them, get them in your basket and get them checked out. Right, I'm just going to position her there and then I'm going to burnish down those edges so you can see the edge. But I wonder if you went over the edge with a butterfly or something similar to that. Let's get a blue one going on up here. So with these are slightly different. You need to cut into them or cut round them. Don't just stick the whole sheet down and hope that you'll be able to save the others, because you won't. And we know that because Hannah did it. She did a Stephanie. She just went in, stuck it on there and went, oh, okay, they work. They're good. That was product testing on this. Right, so I'm going to pop this over here. Let's see if we can cover up that corner, because if this works, this will be brilliant, because then you can use it on your card. Just don't peel the backings off. And then you can just come in here. Oh, yeah, look at that. Right over the top. I mean, good grief. I don't think I have ever seen rub-ons this good.
Nope.
Even the modern ones, you've still got to burnish down a bit. We'll put a little bee. Actually, we'll have the little bee there. So it's just coming in to get the pollen. Little rub. You can see it go clear. Don't even look at that. Look at the detail, the little legs there. I mean, it's just remarkable, isn't it? I love these stickers. I think they're absolutely fantastic. Don't miss out on them. Okay, because we are now putting out more and more repeats during the hours when we're not live. So it means that more people are coming in and there's more chance that they're going to pinch them out of your basket. So please, please, please make sure that you're getting them. So that in your card, if I just take an aperture again, bear with, I'll just grab one. If I take this, pop that over the top of there, you're going to cover over a lot of that edge. So you're actually not going to see that much of it. But it's up to you whether you like that or whether you don't. If you don't, work on acetate. If you do and you're not bothered, you can then put them on card. But look how beautiful that looks. They're gorgeous, aren't they?
I know.
I love them. And then, if you've got your foil pen, let's see if we can spot foil on here. So I'm going to use silver this time, I think. And all these bits of foil that are left over, keep them. Because if you're just spot foiling on the middle of little flowers or on the fairy's wings or whatever it is, then absolutely you're going to use every little scrap of foil, aren't you? You're not going to throw that away. If you haven't got a light board, treat yourself to a light board because, and we've got the light board on the show, Amber, haven't we? Right, can we just bring that up on the screen? Because I just want to show you foil in a reflection as well with this, because this light board is brilliant for that. Now obviously if you've got a scan and cut you can do it with the pen, however you can also do it with your foil pen. So I'm going to bring the power level up to full, so 1, 2, 3, and then I can see clearly through there where I'm going now. So if I just wanted to, I'm just going to move that magnet over there, if I just wanted to add a little bit of foiling in between those little areas in her wings, I can do that. And because it's slightly raised, you've almost got a guide to work to. So if I just do a little bit of it and just show you, and I peel that back, you've then got that silver. If I turn it off, you'll be able to see it. You've then got that silver in between her wings.
Oh,
how
lovely.
beautiful is that?
Yeah.
But you can also do it with a die cut. So if I bring the owl in here, and I'm going to just switch this up. Let's go really bright, so the brightest level. When I put the foil over the top, you can then see through that foil and you can go in around those detail lines and start to spot foil. Now, if we bought you packs of pre-printed reflections with foil on, they will be expensive because this technique, it's not a technique, what is this? Manufacturing is a really expensive process. And you can put little dots wherever you want. You don't have to just follow the detail lines, but it makes it pop. So now we're adding one more thing in the light board. If you've already got your foil pen, get it out of that drawer, get your reflections on your light board and start to fill in, because you can see where those detail lines are. And the reason you can see them is because they're cut into the card and the light's shining through them. And it's super, super easy to do. And I have to say, for me, because I don't have time to sit down and properly colour very often anymore, this is my breath. This is my mindful bit of craft where I just sit down and just go through and foil your reflections. I'm just going to finish these lines down here so you can see what it looks like. But they're absolutely stunning. Did Sam just come in and put a product on the wrong counter in the wrong studio? Yeah, we're all getting a bit confused, aren't we? Sophie burst through the door yesterday like she was like, oh, I'm late, and then walked in and went, oh, wrong one. Can you imagine what it's going to be like by the end of Sunday? Honestly, it's going to be mad busy, but it's going to be absolutely fabulous. I am so looking forward to this weekend, I can't tell you. And bearing in mind that I only go home on a weekend, that's how excited I am. I've already spent £40 on all those tools.
We've got a fairy guest as well coming.
We've got a fairy guest as well coming. Yes, we have. So Amber's little dog, Snoop. How old is he?
Oh, I don't know, probably 15 or something.
15. Little sausage dog. But he's got long hair. He's lovely. And has he been trained?
Has he been to the barbers?
Yeah.
Now, he doesn't walk. He's blind, isn't he?
Yeah,
So he can't walk now by himself. So she puts him in a pram and pushes him round. It's the sweetest little thing you've ever seen. And because her mum and dad are out on Saturday and Amber's here, is it Saturday? She's bringing him in.
Yes.
So we're going to bring him in and show you on air because he's lovely.
He
He's
really is
absolutely lovely. Right, talking of lovely, how beautiful is that? That spot foil that just makes that difference. How wonderful is that? It takes it from incredible artwork to absolutely exquisite. And you know what? This is a great way to use up all of those scraps of foil. So get your reflections out, get them cut, get your light board. And what I love about this light board is, first of all, the price. So it should be £74.99. It's down to £34.99. We've knocked £40 off it. It's A3. It comes with, so the white area on it is a true A3. There's no light pollution because it's a sealed unit, so the light is all engaged within this white area. You've got centimetres down the side and across the top, and you've got 3 different power levels. 1, 2, 3. Now, I have, in the winter, so when it starts to go dark early in the evenings, I have a light board underneath where I work. So I have a light board with my craft mat on top of it, my clear craft mat, the Craftmaster one, and I have this as my light underneath. And then I have my hot light at the top, so I'm creating a daylight sandwich. The other thing about this is it's magnetic. So you get 2 magnets in there. Just charges with a USB plug. It doesn't charge itself up, so you can use it away from a plug. So you'd have to be at your desk or on a tray with a plug at the side of you. But it's a brilliant piece of kit. And to get an A3 light board for £34.99 is amazing. And I mean ridiculously good. So if you haven't got one, pop it into your bag because it just helps. Look at these. I love magnets, how they repel when you've got 2 the same, don't they? Look, you can feel the force between them, can't you? I haven't done that since I was a kid. Look at that. I love that. The way you can literally feel. Look at it. It's bouncing. That's amazing. And then you get the right one, and they're really strong. So if you've got a magnet board at home, if you want to put photos on your fridge, all that kind of thing, these are going to work for you as well. And I love the fact that they've got the little bobble on top because they're easy to pick up and put down.
They remind me of the game Sorry.
They do. Yeah. Was it Sorry? Was
yeah.
It?
Mine looked like that on my game that was Sorry.
Yes, it was Sorry, yeah. And then, look, yeah, just you get, and you can buy extra ones as well. You can buy them so there's 8 in a pack. I would suggest doing that because then you've got plenty to position where you want. But yeah, what a great opportunity to get some brand new products, as in your stickers and your rub-ons. And it's just fabulous. And knowing that, oh, that alcohol ink, I wonder if it's dried with extender yet. I don't think it has. Oh, do you know what? There's one way to find out, isn't there? See, I know I am turning into Stephanie, aren't I? Flipping heck. I don't know whether that's scary for me. Yeah, look, there's hardly any residue on there now. So if you left that a little bit longer, or you dried it off with the hairdryer, but on a very, very, very cool setting, because you don't want this to move, then you could take your sticker and put it over the top. So all the pieces that come off, like these, use your alcohol inks with these. These are brilliant, aren't they? How fabulous are
cool.
Aren't they?
Brilliant.
Amazing. Those with your alcohol ink and extender. So I put the extender on first, went in and put dots of alcohol ink, 3 different colours on there, and then you just pounce it like you normally
Look how
would.
beautiful
But it means that you can use all of those pieces with your stickers. Job done.
They're
I mean,
gorgeous.
they're just beautiful, aren't they? Look at that. Turn it around and you can see it the right way around. Look how fabulous that is.
Mel, that is lovely.
Gorgeous, aren't they?
Absolutely stunning.
So, alcohol inks with these. Your acetate that comes with your fairy stickers. So get your fairies in the basket, get those checked out, because I'm sure if they go on repeat, they're going to fly. There were so many of you bought them before the show, so I know loads of you have got them, but super, super easy. Rub-ons, you don't need to rub. Amazing.
I know,
Who
right?
knew?
Who knew?
Who knew?
Very quickly, a couple of stock updates for everybody. So Shop Nature at the beginning, which are the rub-ons that are your florals and your butterflies, 50% is already in allocation, which is amazing.
I'm going to leave you to finish off.
Yes.
I'm on next with Diane. Don't miss that. Minecraft Studio that launched last night. It's beautiful.
It really is beautiful.
Right, I'll see you in a minute on the other side.
Through that wall.
Through that wall.
I think we just need to put a rotating thing in here, Mel, that just goes like that. We just keep walking through from one to other. And then these are gorgeous. Now, we actually, I'm going to say, we're already at 15%. It was close enough before we came to air that we nearly got a sellout. Okay, that was before we went live. It was that close. So we've managed to get some more stock, and with the restock, we're already at 15%. Now, thank you everybody for joining us. Remember to check out your baskets. A few hellos. Maureen, Amanda, Jane, Lou, Becky, Barbara, Nikki, Mitch, Sonia, Ria, Wendy, Doreen. Thank you, all you lovelies, for joining us this last hour. Check out your baskets because it's not secured until you check out. And we'll see you really soon, in just a few minutes, in Studio 2. So you take care, enjoy your day. It's going to be a lot of fun.